Welcome to the Mipar tutorial on editing an image stack. So quickly, before we move from creating an image stack, which we just did in the previous tutorial, to turning it into a reconstruction, I just wanted to touch on a couple of things that you can do in the 3D toolbox to manipulate the image stack if you're not completely happy with it after the batch processor produces it. So we'll open up the 3D toolbox. And let me open up the stack that we were working with last time here. And you recall we did do some edits. We ended up removing some of the later slices. If we look at the unmutually aligned stack right here, we see how much each slice had to shift to align. And we ended up removing some of these later slices so that we ended up with a bigger aligned area. So we did that. I'll just look at the cropped view so we can see the change. We went and we removed multiple slices. So we did some edits before, but we can do some other things. And we took out the last 50 or so slices. So now it's recalculating the mutually aligned area, and this is what we have. So a little bit bigger area now that we got rid of some of the end slices. But let's say you're still not completely happy with the alignment. What you can do is align it again from within the 3D toolbox. Now whatever view you're looking at, it's going to work on the cropped slices, since that's really the current state of your image stack. You're just allowed to see the uncropped, as we call it, state. So you can see what each original slice had to undergo. But any view that you're looking at, if you go ahead and edit align stack and choose, say, to first slice, it's going to calculate now new alignments based off of the current condition of the stack, which is your mutually aligned cropped view. So we'll say align to first slice. We'll just do another translation alignment. Hopefully it doesn't come up with too severe of a realignment, because the first pass did look pretty good. So it's just calculating the alignment between each slice of the cropped state to the first. And now it's applying those alignments. And you can see it barely changes at all. So now the uncropped state is the alignment that had to occur to realign the previous mutually aligned state. So now we're just seeing the new changes that occurred. And we see if we view these alignments, not much had to happen, just a few pixels left and right. And we can, of course, go and undo the aligned stack, and then we'd be back at the state right before the realignment. So this looks pretty good. Finally, let's say, I think we will work with this entire area, but let's say you did have some extraneous features. Oftentimes in tomography data sets, you just want to crop an area of interest inside of a circular background. So we can do that here. We could crop the stack by drawing our area of interest. Let's say we just wanted that sub area. Double click on the edge of the box, and now it's cropping the stack to that area. If we go back to the uncropped state, there we have it. That's what we ended up with prior to our crop that we just made. So you always kind of have a before and after view there between the cropped and the uncropped. What had to happen is shown in the uncropped state, and where your stack really is now is your cropped state. So I don't really need that crop, so we can undo that. And we've already, not much had to happen with the realignment here, so I'm not going to re-export these slices as images. But those are just a few things that you can do to manipulate. You could redo alignments using any of the other modes here, and just some ways to manipulate the stack after batch processing before you reconstruct it. So that's about it. The next tutorial will cover turning the stack into a reconstruction. So I hope you tune into the next one. Thanks very much.